3D product development often involves working in complex, crowded assemblies containing lots of duplicate parts with unique functions. Discerning one component from its neighbors is not always easy, as spatial and functional relationships can be obscured. But Solid Edge ST9 delivers efficient tools to get the job done faster. In this demonstration, we'll focus on various systems and components of the ZoomX Soul automatic juicer to showcase several exciting ST9 enhancements. First, we'll open the motor assembly and use the new graphic display toggle to help declutter the display. This command makes surrounding bodies translucent, emphasizing the components we wish to focus on. The new Assembly Relationship Manager is an intuitive Pathfinder-like dialog containing the entire assembly's relationships. We'll use its various sorting methods and filters based on relationship type, specific component name, and status to interrogate and take control of spatial and functional relationships. Watch as we filter for relationships with missing geometry. We can identify and repair out-of-date and broken relationships with this powerful tool. Fixing broken relationships is a snap. Watch as we unsuppress this last relationship and rename the variable bearing offset. Double-clicking on bearing offset puts us in the relationship editor where we can quickly fix the problem. In this case, we had to identify a different face for an offset. Before we look at some of the numerous patterning enhancements in ST9, we'll use the new Isolate display option to quickly focus on a desired subset of bodies. With one click, this handy toggle hides everything but the housing part. When we in-place activate this housing, notice the first bore contains a thread that needs to be duplicated across the other bores. We'll simply select the thread feature and use Duplicate to create threads across the other bores, using coordinate systems for placement. To exit the Isolate mode, we'll select the on-screen Restore option to get back where we started. At the assembly level, the enhanced Duplicate Component command uses block sketches within part components. We'll duplicate this footpad part across the top and front housing pieces by identifying the same sketches used to create the features at the part level. Notice we're no longer limited to patterning in a single plane. Finally, realizing this hole is too close to the edge, we'll change its location at the part level. After the change, we can go back to the top-level assembly and see the pad update, further emphasizing the ease of part modifications within an assembly context. Just because a component is duplicated in an assembly doesn't mean it serves the same function in all places. Unique properties of each occurrence can be defined with non-graphic data, such as notes, assembly instructions, and even maintenance procedures. Here, we duplicated a single pad part across multiple locations on the bottom of this base part, yet each occurrence has a different purpose. We'll read custom information into the occurrence properties of an assembly. In this case, reference ID and type designate each occurrence's category as either a foot pad, foot plug, or plug. Finally, the notes property provides a place to add information such as assembly instructions. Note the user can define any custom property. Another huge benefit comes from the ability to create and save custom property queries. This facilitates search and location of specific components within the product structure. We can select any of the properties that were read into the assembly. For this example, we'll use type. Once the query is set up, double-click and those components are quickly located. That was easy. Finally, we'll use these added properties in a drawing. We'll place a saved view on the drawing sheet, then supplement that with a parts list that includes the custom properties and the information specific to each occurrence. Notice the parts list shows all 6 occurrences, each having its own reference ID and type. Also, notice the assembly information included with the notes property. We've just showcased a number of powerful ST9 assembly modeling tools that are sure to increase productivity and shorten time to market. Solid Edge. Expand your horizons.